Hello, Bill McCrae here again today talking about list building. Now, what I want to talk about today are some of the most common issues, challenges, complaints, things that create fear for people. Um, let's say they're buying traffic and they're already starting to get leads into their autoresponder. If you're using bulletproof email marketing, you're buying leads from our source and they're going into your autoresponder for get response. And we teach you how to sift through those leads and then take the people interested in various topics and move them into different buckets so that you can promote various different products based on that particular guy's interest. Now, that's really great, and you can send an email, introduce yourself, whatever you want to do. There are just certain facts that you need to be aware of because eventually you'll face these issues. So I want to confront that right now and tell you about it. Number one, people that are on this email list cycle, they're on solo ad lists, they are not solely on your list alone. Okay. They will be on dozens of different lists. It's crazy how many lists people join. Number two, I don't care how good your swipe is or how good your landing page is, they're not going to remember who you are. It's your emailing practice that will distinguish yourself from everyone else. It's not because you had the best swipe in the world or because you had the best landing page in the world. You are going to need a domain to go into your autoresponder. Okay, and that domain is going to need to have an email address that's valid and that is a place where anyone on your email list can hit reply and reply to you and send a message to you. My recommendation and my full-hearted recommendation is do not read those messages. Okay, each email that goes out is going to have an unsubscribe button on it. So a lot of people are going to reply and you're going to have some thick skin here. Okay, I've talked to people who have never made any money in their life and they go, well, I have to read them all because I need to take care of these guys. I'm trying to do this right. It's all bullshit, okay? It is all bullshit. I hate to be that crude, but it is. This is a numbers game, okay? You establish on your terms your relationship with your list members. You don't respond to them. Now, if they find you through social media and stuff like that, and they ask you polite, professional questions, please take care of them. It's still a relationship thing. But when you have 100,000 people on your list and 15 a day reply back and say, hey, you're an asshole, it's going to make you feel like shit and you're not going to want to continue to do this. Okay? You got to have some thick skin, and the best way to protect yourself is to make sure that whatever return address you use to, and it cannot be a Gmail, it's got to be, what I use is no reply at mydomainname.com. Okay. And that goes into a box that I never look at. Okay. And every day, I'm sure people are calling me scum and doing this. One of the things that frustrates me is we make sure there's an easy way for them to opt out of the list. Okay. All they have to do is when they read the email, they go, I'm fed up with this guy. Click the unsubscribe button. Believe me, it unsubscribes. They don't need to hit the spam button. They don't need to reply and call me an asshole. They don't need to reply and say, remove me from your list. They don't need to do any of that stuff. All they need to do is click the stupid button. Okay, and they're gone. They will not be on the list again unless they sign up again. And guess what? They do. Okay. As I said before, the people joining your list, this is the typical thing. They're frustrated at the time and they get an email and they're looking through it and they see a headline and they really want a solution to a problem. They have a fantasy about easy money online. Okay, it really is a fantasy. It takes work. Okay? I have a big business because I run it as a business and I work at it every single day. I give it 120%. So the typical email is work 5 minutes a day and make $1 million a month, or something outlandish like that. And then you see people complaining that I'm not making $1 million a month and I bought 50 clicks at Udemy, so I don't get it. be realistic. This is a business. So when you start building your list, you have an asset. You have the capability to reach out to thousands or hundreds of thousands of people and persuade them to look at different offers and decide whether or not those are the right choices for them. Okay, and you want them to buy, obviously. So you're going to use very aggressive techniques to sell. Okay, if you say you don't use that, then you're not making any money. You can't. It takes. It's hard. If you're a really sweet, honest, loving, soft, cuddly person, don't try to make money online. This takes some thick skin and some tenacity. And you don't have to be a thief or a liar or deceptive at all. As a matter of fact, it's best not to be because you want to be here 5 years from now. But you have to be pretty assertive. You got to say, hey, look, I just checked this out. That's pretty cool looking. You need to check it out now because if you don't, you may be missing the best opportunity that's come along. Boom, they click on a link and that person who lands on that page, that website, it's up to them to make that decision. It's not up to me. When I'm promoting solo ads, I do it completely blind. Okay, I'm guilty. I don't care what that guy's. Well, it's true. I turned down a lot of solo ads that I could run, but when I say I'm blind, I'm telling you that the guy's paying me, 55 cents a click. I look at the offer and it's not a cartoon or it's not anything illegal or offensive. And it has an opt-in form there that's single opt-in. And I promote it. And I realize that segment of my list is going to shrink because I promoted that, which is the other lesson you're going to have to learn. When you're doing solo ads, of course, if you bought Bulletproof Email Marketing, you know that part of my list gets segmented into niche marketing. And those people are also on my solo ad list. So there are two different lists or multiple different lists depending on what they're interested in. All they have to do is click that opt-out button. I don't have to respond to them at all. And I'm certain every day I get nasty emails. You are a scum. Look, if you read that stuff, I guarantee you'll never make one red penny. Okay? You won't make any money because you'll be depressed and you'll be angry and you'll be like, oh my God, but my swipe said I'm this guy. No, I've read swipe where somebody at Udemy has got these really long swipe and it says, well, I was a single mother and my kid got run over by a car and all this big long story, as memorable as it is, as sorry as it is, but the whole idea was to make you emotionally receptive to whatever the offer is on the other end. No, here's the truth. When somebody sees that swipe, they don't care about you. They care about them. Okay, they're selfish. Do they see something that's going to make their life better and is it cheap, easy, and fast? Yes, let me go look at it. So the idea of swipe is, hey, here's something interesting to look at, click and go. You don't sell your products, you don't sell yourself in the email. You sell that on your web page. Now, if it goes to your web page and there's a video there that says, gives that story, and if the guy, I would never take that approach. Honestly, and let me tell you why. It may be true and it may be a sad story, but what you're really saying to them is, oh, woe is me, please become my partner because I'm down on my luck. They don't care about that. I'm down on my luck and now I'm not because I bought into this program. They don't care about that. They care about what's this going to do for me. Always keep that in mind and never read when they reply back to you because it will. I'll tell you, I have a very good friend of mine, business partner. We've made millions of dollars together, and he's no longer in this industry because he would always reply and read to every one of those responses on his email list. I'm like, dude, why are you doing that? And he's such a sweet guy. He just, he goes, well, I feel a commitment to these people because I said, you can't. You are a marketer and you are an online business entrepreneur. You are not their daddy. So drop it. Don't do it. He eventually quit. Went on to do something that he really enjoyed, and I'm very proud of him, and I think that's great. We made more money when we were doing what we were doing. But the fact is, If you read what your list members say to you when you send out emails, you will get discouraged, depressed, and ready to cut your own throat. Do not do it. Do not do it. Make sure your from email address is valid. Make sure it goes to a legitimate domain that you own, and make sure you don't look at them. Just trust me on this. Have a great day. Bulletproof Email Marketing. Really going to help you.